portfolio queries answered. I have with me Hemant Rustagi from Wiseinvest, who will be doing your life financial planning today. Hemant, good evening. Welcome to the show. So we have Suresh's question first, and okay, so he's got a very huge portfolio, a lot of investments done. I won't be reading it out since you have the details, but then yes, he's been investing in mutual funds, and he's got two separate portfolio. One is for retirement, and other is for child future education. So congratulations over there, Suresh. I think the first step is really great, where you have diversified your goals and the portfolios also. Current portfolio has Quant TLSS, Edelweiss Mid Cap, SBI Balance Advantage, UTI Nifty, Nippon India Small Cap, Parag Parikh Flexi Cap, and Mirae Assets Small Cap. And so he's really not happy with Quant TLSS. He has moved to the new tax regime, so he's still wanting to understand whether he should be there in this fund or not. Well, it's not even performing, and if he's not in the old tax regime, it makes sense for him to move out. But Hemant, you've got to answer that. And for the child's education, time horizon is 10 years, and okay, so for his retirement, I think 7 years. The goal is 5 CR. Okay, Hemant.
Yeah, Kavita, I think there are the two parts of the portfolio. One is the investment portfolio, and the second one he says is basically for the child education portfolio. So let me begin with the investment portfolio. If the current investment continues, and if I assume a return of 12%, the expected corpus will be somewhere around 1 crore 10 lakhs after 7 years. But there are, I think, a couple of changes that he needs to make in the portfolio. One, he has a momentum fund, Mirae Asset small cap 250 momentum fund. I don't think that's the right fund, especially considering his time horizon and the kind of investor he is. So, I believe that he should look at a good quality mid-cap fund, because I think that's something which is missing in the portfolio, which he can consider Motilal Oswal mid-cap. Then, as he rightly mentioned again, that he's moved to the new regime. So obviously there is no need for him to invest in the ELSS fund. So instead of investing in the ELSS fund, he can look at a large and mid-cap fund, which could be Kotak large and mid-cap fund. He can invest at 15,000 here. So there are two changes I think that he needs to make in his investment portfolio. And for the child education portfolio, again, I think he can continue with Parag Parikh Flexi Cap. He can continue with Nifty 50, HDFC Nifty 50 fund. Rest of the investment, I think he can just consolidate into two funds, which are these two funds are Kotak Multi Cap. He can invest 50% of what he has accumulated in the rest of the portfolio, and the remaining 50% can be in Bandhan Large and Mid Cap. So I think both the portfolio require some changes, which if he does, I think the portfolio will perform better, and it will be, I think, good addition in the portfolio in terms of creating the right balance between risk and reward.
Okay, I do not have him on the phone line, but I hope we've covered all that he wanted to know, and accordingly he needs to make change in the portfolio. Let's take Chandrasekhar's question. Okay, this is, he's writing from Hyderabad. He's been investing in mutual funds for last 5 years, and total portfolio value is almost 22.5 lakh. Investment amount is 17.5 lakhs. Target is to build 2 CR in next 15 years, and he would also like to have one hybrid aggressive fund in his portfolio. Right now he has PGI Mid Cap, UTI Nifty 50, Canara Bank Small Cap, Nippon India Multi Cap, ICICI Pru Health and Healthcare and Diagnostics, Motilal Oswal Mid Cap, and Parag Parikh Flexi Cap.
Kavita, with his investment, if you see the SIP and the accumulated corpus of 22.5 lakh and SIP of 47,000 per month, if he continues this process uninterruptedly for the next 15 years, which is his time horizon, he should be able to accumulate a corpus of around 3.5 crore as against his target of 2 crore. I've assumed the rate of annualized return to be 12%. Let me just first address the question that he's raised about whether he should be having an aggressive equity hybrid. The time horizon is 15 years. I don't think that's a category of fund which is suitable. He can actually go into pure equity fund, which is what he has done for the rest of the portfolio. A couple of changes I think can make his portfolio more effective. One, PGM Flexi Cap. I think instead of that, if he can consider investing 7,500 in ICICI Pru Large and Mid Cap, then there is a small cap fund, Canara Bank Small Cap. In that category, my preference would be for him, Bandhan Small Cap Fund. He can consider investing in that. Then there is a pharma fund. Again, I think he's not a kind of investor who should be investing in a sector fund. These funds can be great addition for someone who is managing the portfolio very actively. But for him, my belief is that the 5,000 that he's investing in pharma fund, he can actually allocate 2,500 each to two of the existing funds in the portfolio. The first one is the Motilal Oswal Midcap. He can allocate 2,500. Nippon India Multicap 2,500. So he should stop SIP in ICICI Pharma, Canara Robeco Small Cap, and PGF Flexi Cap. And I've given him the option which he can consider for making those changes.
All right, with that, I think it's time up on the show. Thank you so much, Hemant, for taking time out and helping our viewers with their financial portfolio queries. And for our viewers, if you need any help from our experts lining up your investments or your financial goals, all you have to do is just WhatsApp us your questions, or you can also email us your queries, and especially anything tax related that you want help from our experts for, do send across your questions and we'll be answering them live on the show. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.